передает легкую музыку.
Welcome to the American Dream podcast, the show where I interview Eastern European immigrants to see their perspective of the American dream. I'm your host, Ekaterina. Привет! I'm in the studio with Andrey Gladkov. Welcome to the show. Now, you moved here a long time ago. You already got your citizenship and probably reached your American dream. You are the most experienced Eastern European immigrant that I've ever heard of. You and I never met before, so I will be learning about you as we speak today. So, where were you born? How and when did you move here?
I was born in Uzbekistan. And my parents raised me as a Christian. Back then it was a communist country. We've been prosecuted. That's why, we've been interesting to move some country that is free to our beliefs and, we understand and we know, a lot of missionary was come from United States, Germany, and that was a dream to live in a country that will be, free to express yourself and your beliefs. My sister moved here first, and then we moved here in Seattle. I live in Seattle for quite a bit, and then moved here.
How long ago was that?
Well, we came here in 1993. I was 19 years old when I came here, but I came here when I was married already.
Oh,
yeah.
Early.
Yeah, my first child was born here, but we brought him from Russia.
Wow. So what was the biggest challenge during your immigrational process?
When I came to United States, I was so disappointed because when you see one side in the movies, blinking stuff and stuff like that, but when we came to United States and my sister and bring me to apartments was not very wealthy people living, and I'm like, is that America? Mm-hmm. But after that your eyes begin to open, and you have opportunity to live better if you not be lazy, I guess, and use your head and arms to work. And I'm pretty blessed. I live in the United States. I love America. First 6 months when I moved here, that was like a homesick. Everything I taste like cinnamon to me.
Really?
Yeah. I cannot eat bread. I cannot eat meat. All I can eat just like fruit and vegetables because it's just grown. Everything was baked and cooked. I don't know. I cannot eat.
So you started explaining a little bit of your adaptation process, and what was it like for you? Did you have a cultural shock?
It was shock, of course, because when you came to the country and you don't know how to speak English, mm-hmm. So if somebody asks you and you try to explain to him on your fingers and, you heard a lot of them like, go back to your country and stuff.
Mm-hmm. Oh, yeah.
But, I was saying to those people, this is my country. I moved here and I'm going to live here.
So there was not much of a cultural shock.
Not really. So we saw a few things on the movies, of course, back then. And so we have like clue what's going on. And my sister was telling us on the phone. So not really.
So when I just moved here, I remember the struggles with constant documents and green card updates. What was your path like?
Yeah, when we moved here as refugees, and we already have a white card when we moved here, and they give us right away a green card.
Oh.
Yeah, so we have not right away. That was like 6 months or so. Yeah, they give us, or a year. I cannot remember. That was a while ago. Yeah, but as a legal immigrants, we have all this documentation. And after 5 years, I wasn't, force myself and not even think, to be a citizen. Afterward, we just decided, we're citizens and we want to be citizens, and I'm a citizen since 1999.
Wow. That's the year I was born. And that's the year you were basically born in this country as an American.
As an American, yeah. I became American 1999.
So speaking of the citizenship, what makes people want to get citizenship so bad, besides the fact they no longer have to spend their money on green cards?
For some people, I guess, live in the United States and become American citizen, that's their dreams. I wasn't put that as a dream to be an American citizen, maybe because because we move here as refugees and we have all the rights
Right.
to become a citizen.
You mentioned that you got your green card because you had a white card. So how did you get your citizenship?
This kind of process, when you move to United States to cross the border from other foreign countries as a refugee, they give you white card to enter to the United States. Mm-hmm. When you enter the United States, you're like a legal becomer, like immigrant. And this white card give you opportunity and right to get Social Security, your ID, and get your license and stuff. The green card and passport, it's already more like immigration status and stuff like that. But a white card, that was enough to, be in the United States and get everything legalized.
Why did you got a citizenship?
Because I want to be a United States citizen, and I realized this is my country. Back in 2001, I was visiting Russia. I've been there for like a month or so. Mm-hmm. I came to Moscow, St. Petersburg, Volgograd, and I have a good time. But after a while, I'm like, I want to go home.
Really?
Yeah. Russia was good. It's my people. I was born with these people and same language, but that was so good to think I have family.
But mentally, you grew up here.
Yeah, I'm already here.
Yeah. That's kind of what I tell people too. Every time they're like, do you miss your home country? And I only lived here for 7 years. I've been to Russia only once ever since I moved here. And for me, it was a big shock just to see the contrast between the way people interact with each other and just the contrast in everything. It's just a completely different culture.
Yeah, America make me change my mentality and think my thinking. So in Russia back then, when you wasn't born yet, I guess. So that was like if you ask how are you from strangers and stuff like that. So in the United States, you're like, hi, how are you? That's normal. It's okay. In Russia, you was asked like that. They're like, what do you want from me?
Exactly. Mind your own business.
Yeah, mind your own business.
Thank you, Andrey, for sharing your story with us. We are against our break. We'll be back right after this. Welcome back. You're listening to the American Dream podcast. I'm your host, Ekaterina, in the studio with Andrey Gladkov. So there is this quote. It's actually more of a dialogue from the movie Watchmen. What happened to the American dream? What happened to the American dream? It became a reality. Open your eyes. I feel like this quote is highly relatable. A lot of immigrants that are moving here expect to get everything they want right away. They think that moving to the United States is very easy because it's a country of immigrants, so they are doomed to success. But very quickly, America brings them back to earth and shows them the reality. A lot of immigrants go bankrupt because America is not cheap. Some get stuck in loans and struggle with them for the rest of their lives, and some choose to go back to their home country with nothing. If you're lucky enough and you stayed here, you will face some challenges, and getting citizenship or a green card is definitely one of them. Actually, the perspective we will be looking at today is going to be citizenship as an American dream. So, what does the American dream means to you? What is your American dream?
Of course, everybody thought, when America, it's a green dollars, and America have like a special tree, and in that tree, there's a dollar growing. And that's
accurate.
That's probably their dream. Find that tree, and just get the fruit of it. But there's not.
Yeah.
Yeah. My dream was, I was praise God and pray God when my kids was born, and I was still a kid, and I'm like, God, give me wisdom. That's all I need in this life. I don't need so much money. I don't need so much wealth and stuff. Just give me a wisdom. And look back, my dream was not just, be wealthy and successful in this country, to grow my kids.
Is the American dream term works only for immigrants? Do Americans have the American dream, or they're living it?
they won't live in that dream. I was always, wonder and not understand some Americans. They're like sitting underneath the bridges and asking for money, and I'm like, I came in the United States with $0. We came like three of us, me, my wife, and my older brother. So my older brother have $100 in his pocket, and me and my wife have $0. And that's how we start our life here in the United States. And I was always like, people was born in this country and they have so much opportunity to be wealthy and, make some money. But I would say it's not about, who you are. It's about what choices you made in your life. And if, like one man said, so our time, it's not by clocking time. It's by our decision and wishes. That's what is considered time in this earth. If you want it, you do it. If you don't want it, you find some excuse to not do it.
So is the American citizenship, going back to that, worth getting it?
Well, for me, I'm just speaking about myself. It was worth it to get it. So first of all, I can vote for my president. I would say now president is not my president. I was voted for another president, but it is what it is. We live in this country. So travel the world, I guess, and that's give you more freedom to travel. Like I said, I get my citizenship when I was, experience and feel I'm American. So I want to be a part of this country. That was long enough to realize, and I make my decision. I want to be American.
For some people, running away from their native culture and getting citizenship is their American dream. How do you feel about this?
This is their choice. I don't feel I betrayed my country because I'm still Russian, and I love Russian people in Russia. But America, it's my home because I live here, and it all depends on what is in the head of those people. If they want to be just, betrayed everything and become American citizen, just do it. But whatever you saw, you're going to reap in your life anyway.
So do you think you can call yourself American if you got citizenship, or is that just a formality?
No, I am American. For a certain time and some situation, I lost my faith in a lot of stuff that's American government do, like a lot of American people does right now and in period of time. But I love American people. They're cool. They're smart. Most of them. But, I love them.
So you think that you can call yourself an American person after you get your citizenship?
I cannot remember back then, but like I said, I'm making decision, and now I can say I'm American.
So finally, going back to the quote or the dialogue from the movie Watchmen, what happened to the American dream? What happened to the American dream? It became a reality. Open your eyes. Do you think the reality of the American dream is disappointing?
It is disappointed. Like I said, everybody think, in the United States, there's some tree and you can rip the, the fruits with the dollar signs. But so when I came to America and started working in a brick factory, I was feel like a slave, and I have no exit out of it. And my elbows was hurt, but I know I have responsibility to support my family, and I was just moving forward.
Well, thank you so much, Andrey, for visiting us today. Please follow us on Instagram and like us on Facebook at Podcast TID.